everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Dima, SWD music. So guys, we all know about what's going on with Tia Mowry and her husband, Cory Hardrict. And for many in Black America, I mean, this was just a couple that we all hated to see divorce. I mean, they have beautiful children, been together for over 13 to 14 years, relatively young, and breaking up. And of course, we felt that once this was announced, that maybe they would be working things out, especially since Cory Hardrict was still referring to Tia Mowry as his wife. And I'll play a clip of that and we'll see it there.
Continue to support the show. All right, I appreciate y'all. Coach Marcus, sending nothing but love. It's love, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all for real. Okay, I love my beautiful family. Love my kids, love my wife. I love all you guys. Just know that. It's all love, okay? I love you guys.
So when we hear him confessing his love for his wife, it seems like they might be working on things. She was also publicly expressing her love for him. And we were just thinking that maybe, they were having problems and, it would come back together as a beautiful young Black couple. Unfortunately, Tia Mowry still wants to be divorced because she has served Cory Hardrict with divorce papers just days after he says, "I still love my wife." Now, guys, I want to talk about this today because, in the red pill space and the Black manosphere space, we talk about issues as if guys are not currently going through a breakup or divorce. And I think that in the community like ours, in which we feel like guys are not in relationships or not married, I think we do a disservice when we tell guys like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just go get somebody else, stop simping." It's just not enough, right? Because some men handle things differently. And of course, despite, being a man and having a wife or a girlfriend that you've been with for a long time, and imagine that you don't want to be out of the relationship, but she does. How do you handle that? That's something that the red pill may not always explain in the best ways, because it's something that the red pill doesn't really deal with, because the red pill doesn't really deal with, such soft topics, right? And let me just say this, because we need to be a little bit more balanced. You have men out there who are hurting in such relationships. And I want to give basically a shout out to a guy I think is really powerful on TikTok. His name is Dave the Brave _38. Check him out, right? Now, he started making content when his wife left him of 37 years for another man. I'm not going to play some of the earlier clips because some of those videos he's crying almost uncontrollably sometimes, being very emotional. But it came to a point where he just accepted it for what it was. And despite living in a certain community, being attached to a woman for 37 years, I want you to listen to this powerful clip of how he got over it and what he said.
My name is Dave. I'm 67 years old, and I've been married for 37 years. And my wife recently left me and filed for divorce. My last video that I made and posted kind of blew up a little bit, had a lot of comments, and I read an awful lot of them. And I replied to as many as I could. An awful lot of you have reached out to me privately, and it's very appreciated. I just want you to know that. The comments that I received were very affirming and very validating, and it was a significant event in my life. It changed me because I got the affirmation that I wasn't sure about. So this video is an update. A lot of you have been asking for an update, so here it is. Recently, there was a very traumatic and significant event that occurred between the two of us that caused me to say enough. Enough. I'm moving on. I've come to grips with the fact that our marriage is over. She's made that very clear to me. Crystal clear. So that event caused me to draw a line and say enough. And I told her I don't want to talk to her anymore. I don't want to see her anymore. I don't want to hear from her anymore. I don't want to be in the same room with her anymore. I need as much time and space and distance as I can get. So that's it. Do I still love her? Yes. Do I hate what she did to me? Absolutely. Can I take 37 years of really great memories and put them in a box and forget them? No, I have to acknowledge them for what they are. They were great and wonderful. So even though I've decided to move on, I still have one foot in the past. But I've made significant progress since that last video. I've joined a gym. I'm going to begin working out. I got off the sofa and I'm ready to move forward. Totally ready to move forward. Am I ready to date? I don't know. I've been thinking about that and I don't think so. Maybe. I'm certainly not ready for a long-term relationship. That's going to be a long time coming. I have a series of eye surgeries that are going to be coming up quite soon that will span over the course of 2 or 3 months. And there's just no way I can possibly manage it by myself. I'm going to need somebody to drive me to and from lots of eye doctor appointments and surgeries, and someone here in the house with me to help manage my recovery and take care of me. That's one of the things that marriage is about, that as we get older, we take care of one another. And she left me just when I needed her most. So I reached out to a good friend of mine in Colorado. She's a lovely person, and she's agreed to come out and stay here with me for 3 or 4 months, or however long is necessary. How great is that? Am I ready for a long-term relationship? Absolutely not. I'm a long way from that. Am I hungry for love and affection? Absolutely. If you have any more questions, post them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them at another time. Thanks for watching.
So guys, you heard what he had to say, and give him a round of applause, Dima. Because I think that's very powerful. I want men to really know that in 2022 or whatever year it is, there are going to be things in life that will happen to us. We cannot stop. We won't be able to just accept it easily. But one thing is for sure. Life has to move on. As there is a saying in the circus business, one monkey don't stop, no show. And I know that that's very bland and very, maybe unique to, not as unique as it should be, but life has to continue moving on. We all have people in our lives that pass away, that leave our lives. And no matter how much we might want things to change, it doesn't change. But we have to continue to move on and accept it for what it is. And once we can accept it for what it is, I'm not here to tell you that's going to be easy, because it's never easy. I don't care if you come to the manosphere, the red pill community, the blue pill community. When you love somebody and they don't want to deal with you anymore, it hurts. When you have a friend and they're no longer your friend anymore, it hurts. If somebody is cheating on you or stealing from you and you find out about it, it hurts. Can't tell you that it won't hurt, because that's not true unless you're a person that's a robot. It hurts. And Cory Hardrict really wants to be with his wife. And despite his best efforts, it's too late. You know what he has to do? He has to accept it for what it is. Because if he tries to talk her out of it, he just makes it worse. Just makes it worse. The best thing to do is to not even have an attitude. And this takes maturity as guys, right? Woman don't want to deal with you anymore. Let's say she wasn't having sex with you anymore, and it's just, you want to be petty and make them feel how they've been making you feel. And that's easy to do, because you feel like you've been betrayed, you've been hurt, and possibly the new person that she's dealing with don't have half the investment of what you have in the person, and that person you feel is being inconsiderate towards your needs. I can understand it. But here's what I want to tell you. And just like this guy has probably met so many different women off of TikTok. He has so many more new opportunities. He has new friends. He has people that now care about him because he cares about himself. And you're just going to be able to keep moving on. Life is just beautiful. It's great. It doesn't always give you the best outcomes, but it can if you keep asking for the outcomes. People can help you. Don't feel like you got to go through these kind of things by yourself. There are support groups. There are emotional groups. There are friends you can talk to. There are people who specialize in this. And the thing is that you will get better, and just because you're in the red pill community, or you're part of the manosphere community, or you're part of any community, just don't think that that you're going to get with some woman and you don't love her, and for whatever reason you're hurt. You can't help how you feel sometimes, right? But you can help how you respond. And the next thing is, if you keep on taking it day by day, and that's why it's so important for men to take it day by day, what's going to happen? You'll get better day by day. that woman will not be there day by day. And what you're probably gonna see is that as your life develops, hers won't probably, it doesn't matter what her life develops as long as she leaves you the hell alone. It doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter. Long as she leaves you alone, it doesn't matter. That's all that matters. It's all that matters. You're gonna go on, you're gonna basically have a better life, better people around you. Hey, and everything will be all right. You can be able to see that ex-wife or ex-whoever else, and you can actually wish them well, because as long as they're not bothering you anymore, it's all that matters, right? You know, who cares what they're gonna do? As long as they're not doing it over here with you. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.